Hello, my name is Susan Gower, and I'm excited to be a part of round 2 of this interview process and to address my thoughts on how I would help provide support and training for the implementation of a new student information system. Prioritizing my thoughts on the planning and prioritization of training, the feedback and adaptation of needs, and staff confidence and readiness. Preparing for the implementation of a new student information system requires a strategic and collaborative approach to ensure that all stakeholders, including data managers, teachers, district leaders, and support staff, are confident in their roles and responsibilities. The ultimate goal is to create a seamless transition where everyone feels prepared to effectively use the system before the launch date. Given the tight timeline, the rollout of training must be efficient, effective, and well communicated. My plan would involve forming an implementation team responsible for coordinating training, resources, and ongoing support. Each team member would be cross-trained in all aspects of the system, but assigned a specific area of expertise that they would focus their training on. This divide and conquer strategy allows us to cover more territory in a short amount of time, but keep our training effective and high quality. Training topics would be prioritized to ensure that tool rights are granted and the system access is available for each stakeholder at the appropriate time, enabling them to perform their tasks more thoroughly and effectively throughout the transition. My plan would involve the following if I was able to have a part in the implementation. The training would begin at least 8 weeks prior to the system go-live date. Week 1 would start with basic navigation course for all staff, introducing system basics such as logging in, navigating menus, and accessing help resources. To maximize participation, we would host a district-wide professional development day with in-person training for the data managers in a lab setting and a live broadcast for other staff throughout the district. This session would be recorded for future reference, but serving as a foundational introduction to the system. After the system-wide introduction, data managers would continue hands-on training in the lab for the remainder of that week. Their sessions would cover critical tasks such as enrollment and withdrawal processes, OLRs, scheduling, parent portal, and all other aspects of a daily data manager needs. With the SIS team present to provide guidance and troubleshooting, these sessions would ensure data managers are equipped to handle the essential operations that keep schools running on a daily basis. Week 2 would focus on school counselors and social workers who would train in person in small groups. Counselors would learn skills such as building and adjusting schedules, tracking academic progress, and viewing behavior and attendance records. Social workers would focus on managing support plans, tracking attendance and interventions, and assessing relevant student information. The targeted approach ensures that both groups are prepared for their unique roles in the system. Week 3 would shift the focus to administrators and school support staff, including clerical staff, medical clerks, attendance clerks. Each group would have a designated day in the lab with sessions tailored to their specific responsibilities. The SIS team would rotate to deliver specialized instruction while also providing general support throughout the week. Week 4 would prioritize instructional mentors, teachers, and coordinators for AIG and EC programs. These sessions would center on essential tools such as gradebook setup, attendance tracking, lesson planning, and communication features. By organizing the training into focused, role-specific days, we can ensure that each group receives the attention and resources that they need. Week 5 would conclude the initial round of training with sessions for the testing department, central office staff, and any remaining roles that have not been already addressed. This would be the midpoint in the training schedule and to provide an opportunity to ensure that all tool rights in the system have access been granted and assigned correctly before the final weeks of preparation. I would plan to conduct a summative evaluation at the end of week 5 to assess how well the training has been received and if there's any issues or concerns or lack of information that has not been communicated. A quick survey monkey pre-post training helps evaluate the effectiveness of training and identify areas that we may need to improve or work on or revisit. Week 6 would feature an open lab concept, allowing staff to drop in for refresher training, troubleshooting, or walkthroughs of specific processes. The SIS team would be readily available both in person or virtually during designated hours, providing flexibility for staff to address any remaining or challenging questions or troubleshoot something that they may have already run into before the go live date. By week 7 and 8, the focus would shift to readiness for launch. The SIS team would be assigned over specific schools to provide on-site support, answer questions, be a point of contact, and assist in it with any final adjustments needed to ensure smooth implementation. The comprehensive plan for training would emphasize preparation, hands-on experience, and targeted support to ensure that all stakeholders are ready, prepared, and confident in their abilities and their usage of the system. During training sessions, it's essential to actively monitor and assess how the content is being received and make real-time adjustments to improve the effectiveness of the engagement. Ensuring that training feels like a worthwhile investment of the staff members' time and energy, we need to make it fun a little bit and exciting and rewarding, that they feel like they have accomplished what they came to do, that they don't leave empty-handed, but they leave more empowered for the role that they play in the student information system. Building their confidence would be our top priority for our training. To gather feedback and adjust the approach, I would employ multiple methods. Before each session, I would distribute a brief survey or poll to assess participants' needs, what their expectations are, what they may already be aware of, and what they may feel that they already need assistance with. This would help to create tailored content to their needs and to the various aspects of different learning abilities and styles. During training, regular opportunities for participants to share their thoughts and ask questions would be built into the schedule. Real-time tools such as digital apps like Post-it or Kahoots provide interactive feedback, and it's instantaneous, allowing me and my help team to identify areas of confusion and immediately address them on the spot. It also keeps it a little bit anonymous so that staff who don't feel comfortable asking questions are still able to project their concerns. Fostering collaboration through activities like role-playing or scenario-based problem-solving also encourages open dialogue. These activities allow participants to apply what they've learned, and observing their approaches can highlight gaps in understanding the areas that we may need to improve our training or create more of a focal point. Anonymous feedback options such as surveys and suggestion boxes would also provide a safe space for participants to share constructive input. Provide anonymous feedback and suggestions, or either reach out for help in a more comfortable approach that we can address in a more public manner by providing those resources in a more public forum. After each session, I would use post surveys to gather insights on whether learning objectives were met, if expectations were met, and what could be improved for future sessions. If feedback indicates a need for additional resources or explanation, I would adjust by providing follow-up materials and resources, scheduling supplementary sessions, or revisiting those topics in future training. By combining these strategies, I can create a dynamic and responsive training environment where people feel heard and included and empowered before they leave to go back into the real world of using the system. It can feel overwhelming and a bit confusing, transitioning into a different student information system that uses different tools and processes, but by using these strategies, I feel like it can build the confidence in the staff member to move forward without any delays. Ensuring staff confidence and readiness to use the new system by launch day is all about preparation, practice, and support. So the goal is to make sure everyone has the knowledge and skills they need to do their jobs effectively and feel comfortable using the system. One way to build confidence is by encouraging staff to spend time practicing in the sandbox environment. This gives them a chance to explore the system, try different tasks, and get used to how the system works without bothering anything or breaking anything. I know that's always been a concern of mine. I don't want to mess anything up, but this gives you a carefree environment to practice with real world issues and things that you'll be addressing in your different roles, but in a place that's safe. They can work in this area without worrying about making mistakes or causing any problems with the system. So hands-on practice like this helps staff feel more comfortable and prepared. And I would recommend using the sandbox environment during week 1 through 5 of training so staff can apply their learning in real-time scenarios and walking them through those things as a whole group so that it's better understood and easier to maneuver as we walk around the room and try to navigate where the issues may arise or lack of understanding may be. So I would suggest using that through week through 5 rather than just waiting until after all the sessions have been done. Role playing is another helpful tool. By working through real life scenarios, staff can tackle potential challenges and see how different solutions might play out. This not only helps them build their skills, but also gives them a chance to work together and support each other as they learn. In addition, I would have a central landing page for all information to be readily available for staff access. This would contain training videos, resource documents and links, quick contact information, as well as implementation updates, which are constant, and another moving part in the implementation of a new system. Finally, providing business hours for live support ensures that staff can get help when they need it. Whether they have specific questions or need a little extra guidance, having a quick access to support can make a big difference in building confidence. By combining these approaches, practice role-playing, follow-up training, and accessible support, we can certainly ensure that staff feel ready and prepared for the new system successfully. While there may be other things to tweak and prepare for and other things to include in this process and the plan that I've laid out, I feel confident that just having this mindset would be a game changer for a successful implementation of a new student information system. I appreciate your time. Genuinely thank you for the opportunity to address these key objectives. I appreciate the chance to interview for this position. I hope that something I said today maybe resonates with things that are already in place or opportunities or suggestions that might be used in the future. Again, I thank you for your time and for the opportunity to interview for this position, and I hope to speak with you again soon. Thank you so much, and have a great day.